So this is a guide to setting up accounting system for your small Singapore company. The agenda that I am handling in this presentation is as follows. First of all, I will explain for whom this guide is for, what you need to provide every year for accounts for your company, what mistakes typically small entrepreneurs do, what records you are required to keep, and a suggested folder based system which you can maintain electronically in your computer or laptop for maintaining necessary records. So let's start, and the first question is I want to clarify for whom this guide is for. So basically this guide is for small companies or very small companies who are operating in Singapore. Those might be incorporated by local entrepreneurs or those might be incorporated by foreigners also. So many a time these companies in the initial years are not operating at full strength and the entrepreneurs are just starting out and exploring the market. So the sales and expenses extent remain very low, and for this kind of companies this guide is for. Many a times promoters of these companies do not have accounting background. So understanding accounting concept becomes difficult for them. Typically these companies will do accounting once a year, and then obviously for the entire year the promoters are left on their own to store all the necessary and relevant details. So this guide is not for large companies, and it is also not for small companies who has dedicated accounting employee. Because if you have dedicated accounting employee, that employee will be able to guide on all the matter even if that employee is junior. So moving on to the next slide, the first question that you need to understand is what you need to provide every year as a completed accounts. So your company has operated for 1 year, one accounting year is over, and for that year for which got over, what details you need to generate to be able to file with accounting and corporate regulatory authority and also with IRS. Is it general ledger or is it bank statement? So it is actually neither of both. What you are required is to produce a financial statement prepared as per Singapore financial reporting standards. So I'm going to show you one sample of these financial statements. So this is an illustrative financial statement provided by ISCA, Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants. And if I scroll down below, then it will start from here, table of content, and there will be director's statement, independent auditor's report, statement of profit and loss account, financial position, changes in equity, cash flow, and notes. And typically it tends to be a mix of textual information. So these text paragraphs what you are seeing are explaining various accounting standards as followed in preparation of these accounts, and it will also have profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. So the first part that we are seeing right now is a director's report. And then after that, after the director's report, financial statements will start. Okay, then there is this auditor's report. And if I scroll further down, from here the financial statements will start. So it is showing P&L account and then various policies which have been adopted in preparation of this P&L account, and then balance sheet, assets and liabilities, and the policies followed for that. So this is the final output that is required for every company. Now for your company, audit may not be applicable. Your company may have simplified accounting requirement, but still this is what is required. So coming back to the presentation and moving on to the next slide, then after understanding what that financial statements are, we will work out and understand what you need to do over the year to be able to produce this financial statement. So the precursor to this financial statement is that you will have to produce accounts, and that means you will have to generate P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow. And to be able to do that, you will have to maintain accounts, which will mean maintaining ledgers in accepted accounting principles. And for all those ledger entries, you will have to store supporting documents. So the invoices, sales receipt, everything needs to be maintained as a record keeping. And what happens, often small businesses will make various mistakes in all this, and some records will not be available, creating extra efforts and trouble for them at the year end. So the recommended option for account maintenance are fall in two categories. So if you're a small company, you can think of any of this option. You can maintain your accounts annually and outsource it to a firm like ours, and the cost will be typically between $1,000 to 3,000 Singapore dollars per year, depending upon the number of transactions. Or you can hire a part-time accountant and pay a salary maybe up to 1,500 Singapore dollars per month. Now, which option you take will depend upon the volume of your accounting transactions. So some companies truly are small and they have maybe 25 to 30 transactions per month. For them, first option is logical. But if you're a product sale company, value of your sales might be low, but the volume might be high. For example, you are selling 500 products a month. In that circumstances, even if you may want, doing it on annual basis may not be possible. In this case, you will definitely have to go for hiring a part-time accountant and maintain the accounts on a monthly basis, because in that case you will need a proper control over your receivables and payables. Now what happens is, when you are maintaining it on annual basis, if doing annual accounts for the whole year, the business owner is left on his own to maintain all the records, and then typically at the year end he will take all this bunch of information and go to his accountant, give it to him and ask him to do accounting. And that is where the problem comes. So what typical mistakes are done in maintaining records by these entrepreneurs? So the first mistake is bank statements are not available or those are not downloaded. So you receive bank statements either in post or you can download from internet banking. Downloading from internet banking is very easy, but many a times the entrepreneur has not done it. Maybe some months bank statements are available, or only information for certain bank accounts is available and some bank statements are missing. The banks in Singapore will allow you to download statements only for last 6 months. If beyond 6 months, bank statements will not be available and you will need to order it specifically at $20 per statement. Obviously, that is going to be a cost. Similarly, invoices or receipts may not be available. Sometimes personal expenses are booked in company accounts, so the company credit card might have been used for paying personal expenses. Sometimes company expenses are paid from personal account, which is the other way. Sometimes the income has been received in cash and it is not accounted, so the entrepreneur kept in his pocket and used it for personal expenses. Sometimes expenses are paid in cash and the invoices of that whatever expenses were incurred are not available. So these are the typical mistakes which are done in maintaining the records. So let's have a look on what records you need to maintain. So what loss is? So you need to maintain monthly bank statements. You need to maintain copies of sales invoices and any other relevant records. You need to maintain all the purchase receipts and documentation. You need to maintain any other expenses receipt. For example, this can be your electricity, internet, office rental, maybe water cooler at your office, postage, anything like that. You need to also maintain stock or inventory records. Payroll expenses and CPF records need to be maintained. If you have fixed assets, then those records needs to be maintained. Rental agreement and payment of rental charges needs to be maintained. If you have taken any loan, then that loan agreement and loan schedule along with interest table needs to be maintained. And expenses incurred by directors or business owners on behalf of the company will also need to be maintained. So maintaining these records means maintaining the copies of respective invoices or receipts issued by the third party. You can maintain these records either in a paper-based file, or you can scan and provide the scanned copies and store it maybe on your computer. So scanned copies are also acceptable. So here now I am recommending you a folder based system which we ask our clients to maintain. So this is ABC Company Private Limited, and on the computer of that entrepreneur, they have created one folder for this ABC company, and within that folder there are 9 subfolders, one for bank statement, one for sales invoices, one for purchase invoices, one for other expenses, one for rental expenses, salary CPF, electricity, internet and others, asset purchases and anything else not clear. And then what we instruct them is every month download monthly statement, invoices and store in these folders. If they have paper records, for example, if they have received something in post, scan and store in respective folders. You may need a simple scanner app from your Android or iPhone to capture the scans. And where possible, they write the reference of the invoice on the bank statement. So on the bank statement, for every record, if you can tell which sales invoice, which purchase invoice, or which expenses it belongs to, then the year-end work of maintaining accounts becomes significantly simple. And if anything is not clear, store it in the last folder and accountant will work out what exactly it is. So this cross-referencing what I referred will typically look like this. So I'm showing here a sample bank statement and you will see in pencil there are few expenses are explained. For example, this $1,000 was spent for Google advertising. This $20 were Accra expenses. And then this 13.92 are Dropbox charges and invoice number has been mentioned here. So if this kind of system is maintained by you, then there are some benefits of this and those benefits are as follows. First, there is a monthly discipline. So every month after the month is over, you have to spend maybe 1 or 2 hours and maintain all these records. Secondly, it is easier to do monthly once and memory is also fresh. So if your bank statement there is certain entry, it will be easier for you to recall what that entry is. If you are doing this activity after 6 months, then there are high chances that you may not be able to recall what that entry was. The method is also easier for accountant at the year end because majority of the records and cross-referencing will be available. Following this will ensure that most of the records and copies are available and there are very few pieces which are unreconciled. This will reduce the confusion and will give a faster results at a lower cost. So I'll recommend that you should follow this kind of accounting record maintenance method so that your and your accountant's life is going to make it easy. I hope that the accounting requirements and the method to set accounting system for your own small business are clear to you now.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.